Bagaimana membahagikan masa untuk kerjaya, keluarga dan pembelajaran? Apa yang anda perlukan adalah fleksibiliti. Pembelajaran menjadi mudah apabila semuanya berada di hujung jari. Jadualkan pembelajaran anda pada bila-bila masa di mana sahaja. Alami pembelajaran fleksibel di Open University Malaysia. Tidak perlu pergi jauh, belajar dari rumah sahaja tentunya memberi nilai yang baik kepada wang anda. Bimbang dengan pengiktirafan program anda? Program kami diakreditasi MQA serta diiktiraf JPA dan badan profesional. Sekiranya anda tidak memenuhi syarat kemasukan, anda boleh menggunakan pengalaman untuk mendaftar. Jimat wang dan tenaga apabila anda boleh kurangkan tempoh pengajian melalui anugerah kredit apel. Nikmati ganjaran menarik sekiranya anda mendaftar awal. Diskaun hebat menanti anda. Daftar dalam talian sekarang di oum.edu.my. Bagaimana membahagikan masa untuk kerjaya, keluarga dan pembelajaran? Apa yang anda perlukan adalah fleksibiliti. Pembelajaran menjadi mudah apabila semuanya berada di hujung jari. Jadualkan pembelajaran anda pada bila-bila masa di mana sahaja. Alami pembelajaran fleksibel di Open University Malaysia. Tidak perlu pergi jauh, belajar dari rumah sahaja tentunya memberi nilai yang baik kepada wang anda. Bimbang dengan pengiktirafan program anda? Program kami diakreditasi MQA serta diiktiraf JPA dan badan profesional. Sekiranya anda tidak memenuhi syarat kemasukan, anda boleh menggunakan pengalaman untuk mendaftar. Jimat wang dan tenaga apabila anda boleh kurangkan tempoh pengajian melalui anugerah kredit apel. Nikmati ganjaran menarik sekiranya anda mendaftar awal. Diskaun hebat menanti anda. Daftar dalam talian sekarang di oum.edu.my. Bagaimana membahagikan masa untuk kerjaya, keluarga dan pembelajaran? Apa yang anda perlukan adalah fleksibiliti. Pembelajaran menjadi mudah apabila semuanya berada di hujung jari. Jadualkan pembelajaran anda pada bila-bila masa di mana sahaja. Alami pembelajaran fleksibel di Open University Malaysia. Tidak perlu pergi jauh, belajar dari rumah sahaja tentunya memberi nilai yang baik kepada wang anda. Bimbang dengan pengiktirafan program anda? Program kami diakreditasi MQA serta diiktiraf JPA dan badan profesional. Sekiranya anda tidak memenuhi syarat kemasukan, anda boleh menggunakan pengalaman untuk mendaftar. Jimat wang dan tenaga apabila anda boleh kurangkan tempoh pengajian melalui anugerah kredit apel. Nikmati ganjaran menarik sekiranya anda mendaftar awal. Diskaun hebat menanti anda. Daftar dalam talian sekarang di oum.edu.my.
Assalamualaikum and Selamat Sejahtera. Welcome to OUM's Coffee Table Talk series in conjunction with OUM Info Day. Our topic today is Soaring Higher with OUM Postgraduate Programs. I am Hidayati Kasuma from OUM Graduate Center. We are pleased to have Associate Professor Dr. Shishi Kumar Piaralal, or better known as Dr. Shashi today. Dr. Shashi is the current director of OUM Graduate Center, who has come to helm the department since February 2021. Let me give you a brief overview of Dr. Shashi's background. Prior to his entry into academia, Dr. Shashi spent 16 years in the telecommunication industry before he joined the education world. He has become OUMGC director in February last year. Dr. Shashi, good morning and welcome to OUM's Coffee Table Talk.
Good morning, salam sejahtera Puan Hida, and also to all our viewer, and also selamat berpuasa if you're fasting. And thank you OUM for giving this opportunity for us to talk about this topic today, Puan Hida. So over to you, Puan Hida.
Okay, Dr. Shashi, in OUM we have 26 postgraduate programs across 3 faculties. Faculty of Business Management, Faculty of Education and Social Sciences, and Faculty of Applied Sciences. Can you elaborate more on the role of OUM Graduate Center and the types of services that the center offers to the postgraduate students in OUM?
Okay, thank you, Puan Hida. Briefly, I touch a little bit about OUM first. So OUM is 11 consortium of public university, and we have close to 90,000 graduate. And currently, we offer 54 programs. And in terms of postgraduate, we have around 4,000 active students now, and across 35 learning centers. So basically, we offer postgraduate program, 26 program, postgraduate program available. That is postgraduate diploma teaching, master program, and also postgraduate program. Briefly, basically our job here at Graduate Center, we provide administration for all our students throughout their journey. So we try to be one-stop center for them between us and the other supporting department at OUM. So if you see that today, if students register with us, we try also to give them value-add services, which I will describe shortly. And the idea here is at OUM Graduate Center, if you have problem, you have way to communicate with us, and whatever problem that you have, we are here to support you, to ensure you that you are able to complete your study, theoretically graduate on time.
Okay, Dr. Shashi, we see OUM Graduate Center as a platform to engage with students. So how do we reach out to students when students now are studying fully online?
Okay, that's a very good question. If you look at before pandemic, we have blended approach that postgraduate program, if you see that we started with 15 hours, then we reduced to 10 hours. We was having that strategy moving towards fully online. But we see the culture at that time, that the type of people that we have, we are not able to do that. Maybe because we have internet gap, in terms of connectivity, we have challenges in terms of infrastructure. But due to COVID-19 pandemic, we see that whether we like it or not, we have to move to fully online. And this close to 2 years, we see we have adapted very, very well in terms of fully online. We have a lot of challenges. We have addressed it very, very well at OUM. So what we need to do moving forward, while we are doing this initially, when I come last year, of course we know this issue all. We see one is self-confident or self-esteem when we go for online. Especially our learners are very diverse in terms of age especially. We have young learners, we have, even our oldest learner is close to 81 years old, So when we engage with them, we can know, there's some things that I like to use this word, that sometimes we do things, what is common sense to me, we believe is common sense to others. But in reality, what is common sense to me is uncommon to you and is vice versa. So how do we reduce this gap that uncommon to them, What we think that online learning, this is very easy, that everybody can take it. So when you understand that, you will understand in every perspective, journey of life, journey of the courses they take, especially when we talk about postgraduate, we are trying to give them holistic program. Holistic program means we try to give you all the necessary skill for you to be successful outside there and forever to be successful. So one initiative we do is that we do this frequent workshop as a value add that our student can join via Telegram group. So I like to share this outside there. Whoever are listening to us now, initially we opened this Telegram group only for postgraduate students. But now we have expanded to community of lifelong learning. Even you are thinking to study with us, or you are studying with other university, or you believe in lifelong learning, you like to upgrade yourself with this frequent workshop, do join our Telegram group. And I trust in the chat room there, somebody will be sharing with you, our staff will be sharing with you our Telegram link. So we always share our event via our OUM Graduate Center Facebook and OUM Graduate Center Telegram group, which we call OUM GC 3L Community. That stands for OUM Graduate Center Lifelong Learning Community. Trust me, you will not regret this by joining this Telegram. Okay, so please share this not only for yourself, share with your family member, with your sibling, with your friends and colleagues. We hope we are able to spread this knowledge at no cost to you via this value-added platform. And just to brief you, what we plan to do in future. Last year, we managed to organize around 34 workshops, Puan Hida. And this year, we target to organize many more. And we categorize our workshop into three categories. That is, one is learner series. So our learners sharing their experience, including alumni. Second, we categorize into industry series. So based on your industry, your experience, you like to share something new in your industry. And the third one is academic series that you don't get in your classroom, or additional knowledge delivered in a different way by different person. So sometimes we have to acknowledge that we get the knowledge initially, we think we understand. The more we listen, the more we will understand better. So that is briefly about our Telegram group, Puan Hida.
Okay, Dr. Shishi, in addition to what you mentioned just now, our Telegram channel has now reached 4,000 students or subscribers for over a year. And we also know that OUM has always championed lifelong learning as its mantra. So this definitely resonates with your own journey in lifelong learning as you work your way through degree right to doing your postgraduate study in Doctor of Business Administration. So how does lifelong learning impact you personally, Doctor?
Okay, thank you very much. Basically, I graduated with diploma in electrical communication from UTM in 1991. And then I worked as a technician close to 1.5 years. And during that time, I was near to problem. And I understand in order for me to be engineer, I need to have a degree. And I was lucky enough, I managed to do my degree at Scotland, University of Strathclyde, graduated with degree in electronic engineering, majoring in telecommunication. Then I come back, I work, and initially, since I'm near to problem, then I realized that if I further study, I can improve my career. So at that time, from diploma, I finished my degree, I become engineer in 4 years' time with my degree and working experience, where my colleague, they continue to be as technician because they didn't continue their degrees. So they take around, nearly I will say around 7 to 10 years to be an engineer with their qualification. So I understand that at that time, at young age, that if I want to grow, there are two ways to grow. One is by working very hard, experience. Another way is you work hard, experience, and also build your asset. So I take the path, the second, build my asset. While working, in Malay proverb, they call sambil menyelam minum air. So I did that, basically. So I did my master degree. So just started my master degree, I get promotion. Complete my master degree, I get another promotion. And then I said, okay, I should do my doctorate program. So I never stopped learning. I continue until I obtain my doctorate. So when I have my doctorate, I have to decide that I want to continue under industry, continue in industry pathway or academic pathway. Then I realized with my qualification, I can go in both ways. So I decided to pursue my academic pathway. So you can imagine from engineering background, I moved to education background. So all these things I put back into perspective when I started working with OUM, that champion in lifelong learning. I like to share my story that I combine this with observation. I always say, when we are in this life, there are three categories of people, or we might go these we might observe or go through these three circles of life. So one, when we start our career, we always work for others. Like me now, I'm working for others. Second, when we have confidence or we really love to do this, we will go work by ourselves. So we open a small business, we own our own business. Third, we want others work for us. And in order for you to be successful in all these three categories, this must be coupled with lifelong learning, and you must have knowledge. And knowledge must always be updated. If you don't update your knowledge, you will be obsolete. We must always be future ready. And how can we get our knowledge? Knowledge is available in various manner, in various categories, at various stages of life, depending on what you want, and is specific to individual. So if you look at knowledge in the way that you can obtain your knowledge by attending training, by reading yourself, by TVET courses, by professional courses, or by academic program. So all these things got advantage and disadvantages. But through my experience, academic qualification is always evergreen, whether we like it or not. If you see outside there today, when you work for others, or you want to bid for tender, there are so many challenges. People throw spana at us, that, oh, you don't have this. They will find reason that you don't have this, therefore we cannot promote you, or we cannot take you for this position. So I always say that build your asset and be future ready. And to couple with this, I want to add one more. Ask yourself, there are three categories of people. One, waiting for problem. Second, near to problem. Third, self-initiative. Ask yourself which category you belong. I was very lucky at a young age, I was near to problem, and then I managed to read this and I moved to self-initiative. Okay? Many of them that I met, they are waiting for problem. What is mean by waiting for problem? Waiting for problem is we always wait for company to reward us, or we want the company to notice us, or we want our bosses to notice us. And when we are given some task we always say that, oh, boss, you need to send me for training. So if you give me training, then only I can perform the job. It's okay? That's category 1, waiting for problem. And then when you want for promotion, you ask, your boss will tell you, if you have degree, I can promote you. If you have master, I can promote you. If you see today, especially in Malaysia and in developed country, they put all these things, certain position with this qualification, certain position with this qualification. Of course, I don't deny in certain organization, they don't go through this. But ask yourself, are you going to work in your current organization forever, or you plan to build your asset and ready when the grass is greener the other side? Are you ready for that? That is the question we need to ask. So today when we talk about soaring higher with postgraduate program at OUM, we are talking about, if you are listening to me, share this with your family member, with your sibling, with your colleague. What type of person we are? We always build our asset by buying houses, land, investing in stock market. But have we invest ourselves here with knowledge so that we are future ready? Trust me, postgraduate program are built to build you to be holistic worker and ready for 21st century learner. When we are talking about we are working, we are continue to learn. When you continue to learn, you are able to do job rotation, you are able to do multitasking, you are able to take any new challenging role and task for you to pursue and to be more successful. So when we talk about this, what are we specifically talking? See, map your career in 2 ways. If you are young, you will see that you can grow in terms of technical or professional, consultant or specialist, or another way you can grow in terms of management or entrepreneur. So when you do your postgraduate program, ask what is your 5 years ambition or 10 years ambition? What do you see yourself in 5 years or 10 years? So if you get that answer, and if you don't have that answer, you need more, please, my number is there. I believe in the chat room, people will be giving my mobile number and my email address. Do write to me or my mobile number, even to all our learning center. We have 35 learning center, around 33 director. Please go and talk to them. They will be able to counsel you what courses or programs suitable for you. Okay? I think that's...
That is a very inspiring story, Dr. Shashi, that you share with us about how you embark on this lifelong journey. Nonetheless, pursuing a postgraduate study is an expensive investment. So why do you think people should take postgraduate studies?
Okay, it's a very, very good question. So you see, today when we talk about, we survey the market, postgraduate program will cost you between 15,000 to 40,000, depending on the university. There's some university even charge until close to 50,000. So is this investment expensive or affordable or value? You'll ask this question. You ask me personally, through my lifelong journey, whatever I have invested, it have turned into asset for me. And I will continue believe in that and continue to acquire new knowledge that is for me to be future ready. So if you look at OUM, when we have 26 program, I just give you a glimpse of the program. We have like postgraduate diploma in teaching. You have a degree and you want to be a teacher. You have any type of degree, you want to be a teacher, you can pursue this postgraduate diploma in teaching. Then we have master counseling, master of education, master of early childhood, master of Islamic study. Then we have doctorate in education, EDD, doctorate of philosophy in PhD education. Then we have PhD art. Then we move to business faculty and applied science. We have like master in business administration, master of management, master of corporate communication. Then we have master of quality management, master of nursing, master of project management, Master of Facility Management, Master of Information Technology. If you see this 26 degree, we have also Doctorate in Business Admin, PhD in Business Admin. So we have this program designed with pathway, feeder and outside there suitable for anyone who want to go into the managerial or professional or technical field. And to some of you, you can continue to your technical field and your specialist field. So if, for example, you done your degree in occupational safety, you want to be specialist, of course you will pursue your master in occupational safety. So if you have done your degree in management, of course you want to pursue in master management or MBA. So all these things, to answer your question just now, why? Look at what is the purpose of learning. If you ask yourself, what you need to have to be successful? See, I can give you few things. Number one, I will say 21st century learning. 21st century learning, we are talking about ethical citizen, engaged thinker, and entrepreneur spirit. Look at these three. Do you think organization want this? Either you work for yourself, or you work for others, or others work for you. You need to have these three skills. Okay? You need to have these three skills. And how can you acquire this skill? Of course, you can acquire this skill by reading yourself. If you have that type of motivation, that internal motivation, you don't need external motivation, please do so. But many of us do not have that. So I always say this, sambil menyelam minum air. So why don't you read by acquiring master degree at the same time you are reading this. And at OUM, we guide our students through structured and guided manner. All our module, our learning platform, you will see that it's a very structured and guided way for you to acquire all these skills. On top of that, if you notice, there are three categories of competency that you need to acquire in your working environment. In any of these three categories just now that I told, that working for others, others work for you, or you work yourself. What is it? Professional competency, business competency, and personal attribute. What are these, some of it? Some of it is people talk about presentation skill, online writing skill, critical thinking, problem solving, entrepreneur mindset, ability to learn, self-confidence, flexibility, adaptability, okay, teamwork, all this. If you don't acquire, I don't deny you can acquire in other way. But in postgraduate, when we talk about holistic graduate, we try to give all these competency skill through this program to you. And on top of that, we give you value added. For you to be a presenter, we provide this Telegram group, use this frequent workshop. You can volunteer yourself to share your knowledge on top of that. So we believe we have the whole package for you with our support system mechanism. If you pursue our postgraduate program with us, I can guarantee you, you will not regret. And my number is there. Anything, any problem during your study at Graduate Center, be rest assured we are here to support you.
Okay, Dr. Shashi, last but not least, what do you envision for OUM Graduate Center within a year?
Okay, see, my envision is basically when we look at Graduate Center, many people outside there, they are very proud of their experience. And I always argue this, and of course I learned this from someone. Okay, so I like to put this, experience versus education. Okay, you see, you can be ignorant. I always say this, don't be arrogant by being ignorant. That is very dangerous. We have ego, we think we are a great person, we have a lot of experience. the question we need to ask ourselves, is our experience is real experience or repetitive? That is the question we need to ask ourselves. In this lifelong journey of your life, you need to ask, so far that you have 20 years experience or 30 years experience or 10 years experience, is your experience is repetitive or real experience? What do I mean by that? See, if you are doing a job, a same job for 20 years, I call that repetitive job. It might be 1 year experience, 19 years repetitive. But if you are doing multitasking, job rotation, and every job that you do, you are getting experience, and you broaden your mindset, that I call experience. So there are different between 3 years experience and 20 years experience. Ask yourself, do you have 20 years experience or you have 19 years of repetitive job, only 1 year of experience? Remember, most of our experience in the past are being obsolete now. Because the new technology are coming, there are new things are coming, the environment are changing. So we need to change our experience, and the fastest way to improve our experience is always have education. And education, as I told you earlier, can be obtained in various ways. And I always believe the evergreen manner at the moment that still people are looking in terms of paper qualification. There are many ways. How can I know that you are really good or not good? Okay, there must be one way to know this. So they are not, people say many ways, but usually organizations like to look into one way, that the safe way. So the safe way, I always say education pathway, formal education pathway. And outside there, you see today, OUM is one of the selected university that recognize your experience. I will not go through the detail that we have this, prior experience in terms of category of APPEL A, APPEL C, APPEL M, APPEL Q. Okay, I'll just touch on APPEL A. That means using your experience for the admission to higher program. If you are age 30 and above, you do not have degree, you can pursue your master degree at OUM by using your STPM certificate or A-level certificate or diploma certificate. You just need to fill up, do a portfolio and answer some question or test. The detail, contact our marketing team. They are ever ready to help and guide you how to make sure that your application is successful. According to your experience, we have a suitable program for you at OUM, for you to select around 26 programs. So that is number one when we say that. When I said at OUM Graduate Center, we have a duty. We want these people outside there that you are very experienced, but your career is stuck, or you are unable to change career, or you are unable to go higher, you are stagnant. So this is the envision that I'm seeing at Graduate Center. Come, enroll yourself here, do this investment that will build your asset so that you will be future ready, either in terms of promotion or career change or move to other organization. If you take this path, this investment is worthy for yourself.
Thank you, Dr. Shashi, for some great insights on our topics of discussion. We are now open for a question and answer session. Feel free to leave comment and we shall address them accordingly. Anything that... Yeah? Okay, we move on now to maybe Dr. Shashi can share with us what are the key success pointers for online learners to be successful in their online learning journey?
Okay, if you pursue postgraduate, the most important I always tell is just now is motivation. You must have the motivation for you to succeed. So if you have the motivation to succeed, you have internal motivation, external motivation, support by the support system that is suitable for you, then you will definitely be successful. The majority of the people who are unable to complete their master degree or postgraduate degree, that when they register, they have very strong motivation, and their motivation is driven by external motivation. So when they come, they see some challenges. I like to quote this proverb. I like to keep this every time at my young age while working in the industry. I read this quote, and that is my mantra also, and I'm adapting it a little bit now. So don't let negative environment shape your behavior and attitude. So what does that mean? See, when we want to embark into the positive journey, we want to embark in building our asset so that we are future ready. There will be people, the negative people, who will tell you, what's the point you study? Look at the people here around you, they don't have work. So these are the negative environment that you are in. Believe me, this negative environment will be there and will never be removed. But your mind must be focused towards your ambition, towards your future goal, so that you are future ready. So the most important thing is you must believe in yourself, self-confidence, self-esteem, and you have ability to learn. Okay? So when you come to university like OUM, Open University Malaysia, we are here to guide you through the structure and guided. On top of that, there are series of workshops will be organized throughout your life, throughout your journey here. Example, we even organize workshop like briefing for new learner. In order for you to be successful, what you need to have, we guide you. And then we have how to write assignment, how to answer exam paper. These are the most basic thing. And if you follow these 3 workshops, trust me, you will never fail. Okay? Of course, at OUM, you must read. If you don't read, when you come to pursue your master degree and postgraduate, as long as you continue to read, if you don't understand, you ask question. And you will see us, you will see me, in the frequent workshop. I will always be there. So far, I didn't miss any of the workshop that organized by OUM Graduate Center. Use your opportunity during that time, not only for the workshop, but I always ask question, any other question that you have, especially to our postgraduate student. Use that opportunity whenever you feel down, whenever you feel little bit this, because challenge of postgraduate student at OUM, remember, you are working and you are managing your family. At the same time, you want to build your asset so that you are future ready. So you're doing 3 things at once and you have 24 hours. How do you manage this? That's the key, flexibility and adaptability. So when you join here, you will learn how to manage your time. It doesn't mean that, I will never subscribe by telling that every day you must read 4 hours. No, I'm not going to tell you that. I will tell you that there are certain days you're going to read 4 hours. There are certain days you're not going to read at all. You are going to learn how to prioritize your time and how you will be flexible. When you are able to be this flexible at your workplace, when you are multitasking, you will understand how to allocate time, which is urgent, which is critical, which is not urgent. You will be able to pick up this skill also. So that's, to sum up, when you come here, you will see during your journey of learning, the main element that you will pick up that will boost your image, your confidence is your self-confidence. You don't believe in yourself. You know, there are many questions that people will say to me, otak saya sudah karat. You know, they said, my brain already rusted. I cannot study. You know, those days, I don't like to study. So you see, when young age, many people make mistake. At young age, they see short-term success. Short-term success. But when they move on in their life, when they become more mature, wisdom, they look at a certain age, their career is stuck. And I'm seeing many of them here, that their career cannot be elevated. Okay, that's why this topic today we choose Soaring Higher with Postgraduate Program. And initially last time you think you cannot do degree. After STPM, maybe you have family problem, you have family commitment, you know, you need to support your sibling, all that stuff. That reason 20 years ago was valid. But today, when there is an opportunity for you, your children are settled down. You know, we have people studying with us with the age of 81 years old, they have their own reason. We have people, I'm supervising people age above 60 years old. Okay, I have around 3 people above 60 years old. And I also supervising people who are age 32, 33 years old. I see this wide spectrum, you know, engaging with them. They have various reasons for them to study. But the key point is, the majority of them is, they want to build the asset and they want to be future ready. That is the key point. And we are here to help you to achieve your ambition.
Okay, Dr. Shashi, thank you very much for some great insights that you share with us. But as we all know that when we are learning in a fully online environment, we have to deal with disengagement by our students. So how do you see we reduce the gap between the academician, the administrator and the students?
Before that, we saw there's a comment in the Facebook from Inche Azahari. He said that it is important to have education certificate. Thank you, Azahari, for supporting and believing in this. Okay, so see, these are one experience. I believe Azahari have experience in this. He have seen this, so he believe in that. So thank you for supporting us. Okay, and then we have another question from Edward Jong. Yes, yes. Thank you, Mr. Edward, for joining us. You are always close to me, Mr. Edward. He is currently pursuing MBA with OUM. His age, I think, above 80 now. 80 years old. He's from OUM Kuching, doing his postgraduate. So he's asking any tips on MBA. So Edward, I cannot understand any tips on MBA in what way, in which perspective? Would you like to add that? In the meantime, I will go back to Hida's question. Hida, can you repeat the question?
Okay, as we understand now in the current situation that our students are now studying in fully online mode. And we also face this issue of disengagement from our students. So how do you look at us reducing the gap between the academicians, the administrator and the students?
Okay, so very good question. This is the thing that, we have at OUM, we use Google Meet for all our e-lecture. So during the e-lecture, we will ask some of our tutor or lecturer will ask them to on the camera. So whether we like it or not, we have to be comfortable with this, okay, to on the camera. Okay, that's one way. Another way is, to build networking. To build networking, if you are attending your program, you are only able to network inside your course. So there are some courses offered in multidisciplinary program. For example, that we have, maybe we have like marketing what I say, human resource management. Human resource management we offer in Master in Business Admin, we offer in Master Management, we also offer in Master Human Resource Management. So then you have opportunity to mingle through online with all this group. Then we have forum also, okay. We have thought-provoking question that we call it online class participation. So we post 5 questions that are currently happening or relevant to your industry or very important in the body of the knowledge of the subject or the courses. That is another way for you to engage and see sharing your all these things. But the most important I want to highlight is that across these 3 faculty, connecting with outside people in the industry, we organize this frequent workshop and we always share this in our Telegram. So even you are not our learner now, do join our Telegram link, that is OUMGC3L community. That is one of the way to engage and reduce the gap of this online. And you'll be surprised, some of them, if they happen to be, I think a few months ago, one guy, our learner from Sabah, he came to visit his family member in Kuala Lumpur. He said he want to drop by and say hi to me. So I said, this is one of the way, just one of the example, just came to say hi to me. And that, you see, online learning at the moment, of course, with this pandemic, all these things, online learning, we think that this is distancing ourselves. But in reality, online learning have many more advantages. Okay, that we are able to connect people not only in our locality, but we are able to connect with the whole world. And this year, Puan Hida, this year OUM already embarked in this journey and enrolling international students. We are going in various countries to promote our online learning. So in our online learning, so if you enroll in our program, you have this opportunity to be connected with people from international learners from different countries. So whether we like it or not, these online learning are going to be future trend, and we must acquire this skill. How there are tips, how to be effective online learning, and from there you need to adapt how to be effective online entrepreneur, effective online workers. So I hope I answered this question, Puan Hida.
Okay. We have another question from the participant.
Okay, I see the question there. Please give tips on learning, since most of our learners are working adults, they are busy with so many commitments. How can students manage their study? So it's a very, very good question. So just now I said one of the personal attributes in postgraduate learning, you must be flexible and adaptable. So when we believe that you must be flexible and adaptable, at OUM side, what are we giving and offering to you in terms of flexibility? So you see, we have three main motto. We said easy, affordable, flexibility. Okay, so when we talk about flexibility in terms of study, what is flexibility mean? Flexibility mean, see, in one semester you can take 3 courses. So we allow you, and if you have financial constraint, you want to take 3 courses, maybe it's a bit expensive, or you have organization commitment, especially finance department. At the end of the year, they need to prepare this lot of balance sheet, financial statement, to manage the organization in finance department. They work long hours. Okay, so what we advise them? We advise them, one flexibility is during the semester, September, take 1 course. Okay, that is one way to manage your many commitment. So look at everyone have their own life journey, their problem, their challenges. So
when we see this, do not compare yourself with others. When you pursue your postgraduate program, do not compare yourself with others. You manage your study yourself. That is the benefit of postgraduate program. So what does that mean? If we have 1 year, 3 semester, we call it January semester, May semester and September semester. Currently, we are enrolling our learners for May semester 2022, which the class will start around mid of May after Hari Raya. Okay, so if you see that, if your company or your job in May you feel a lot of commitment and you say you want to start in September, I say no. If you plan you want to study, start now. Why you want to start tomorrow? If you can do today, do it today. When you say tomorrow, that tomorrow will never come. Okay? While it's burning hot, you have the motivation, take your step. If you take one step, we are here to help you 10 steps further for you. So, commitment, look into your journey. So, it doesn't mean that we put a postgraduate program, graduate on time 2 years. It doesn't mean you must graduate in 2 years. You can graduate in 3 years or 4 years, or you can graduate 2 years, 1 semester. Okay? Map your learning journey accordingly. That's one flexibility we give you. Second flexibility that many didn't know at OUM, okay, if you take registered courses with us, let's say you take 3 subjects and then you are able to complete your assignment, your assessment assignment, that is 60%, and you need to take an exam. Exam is also online exam, and you are unable to take the exam because of some emergency, So what you can do, you don't need to repeat the subject or courses. What you need to do is you can carry your assignment marks for 1 year. We allowed to carry for 3 semesters, and then you can take exam whenever you want in that 3 semester, either in January or May or September according to our timetable. Okay? Of course, flexibility must have control. We cannot give you flexibility, you can take exam whenever you want. That is not possible. Flexibility, we will have like exam for January, always scheduled in April. Exam in May semester, always scheduled around August or September. And for September semester, exam is always scheduled in December. So I hope I answered this question. When you have this commitment, one of the way the flexibility is manage either 1 courses or 2 courses or 3 courses accordingly. That's tips number 1. Tips number 2, my experience, when I was doing my master degree and doctorate degree, there are certain things that I do, for enjoyment, entertainment. I didn't stop completely. I just cut which is critical, urgent. So urgent, critical, I have to do. And there are certain things that I feel that, if I want to watch 5 movies in the week, I cut to 1 movie a week. That is one of the way that you reduce this. When you do this, you realize you are giving your time to develop yourself. So this commitment, when you do this, it becomes passion. When you are passionate in what you are doing, commitment, time management will be managed in the very, very easy way. I hope these tips are useful to you. If you have any more questions, most welcome to ask.
Any more questions? So we still are open for Q&A session. So feel free to leave comment and we will address them accordingly.
One more thing, while we are waiting for question, Hida, I like also to share. I also like to share this. What you said. In academic, I come across this theory X, theory Y, theory Z. Okay. you know, this theory X, theory Y, theory Z, managing human. You know, as a manager or as an employer, how do you see your employee? Or as a boss, how do you see your employee? So I adapt this theory in my managerial role also. So I look at my people, at my staff, and I also look at my boss. How do my boss manage me, you know? So I will not go theory Z. Today I just talk about theory X and theory Y. So theory X said, the assumption, of course their assumption, I just give a short one. So we say that when we see people that you are waiting for your job to be given to you, you don't like work, you try to avoid responsibility, and you have little ambition. So we categorize this person as theory X. Whereas theory Y, we see people that they like to take responsibility, they like to develop themselves. For example, like they don't wait for the organization to develop them, they develop themselves. Okay, they develop themselves. So what they do is they go and further study, okay, and then they enjoy working and they enjoy studying. So when they do this, they've been categorized as theory Y. So if you ask yourself, as an employee, how do you want your boss to see you? Do you want your boss to see you as a theory X person, or you want your boss to see you as a theory Y person? So this is the question you must ask. Ask yourself what type of person you are. Are you a theory X person or theory Y person? Okay. So if you think that you don't like job, you come every day, you don't like job, you don't enjoy work, and then you try to avoid your responsibility, and then you don't want to develop yourself. You're waiting work to come for you. Okay. And you say, cukup lah, I'm very happy with what I am, So are you that type of person? Are you able to motivate your children, your sibling, your friend, and the community around you if you are a theory X person? Or do you want to be motivating people that, hey, look at me? You don't look at other people, you don't need to embrace, to boast yourself. But internally, you are proud of yourself. Of course, I cannot go in this talk about Maslow hierarchy of needs, that you want to have the highest hierarchy, So, when you reach higher hierarchy, you will go down again to find something else. Move on. So you see, today you want to be successful in your career, you must be theory Y person or theory Z. So let's start with theory Y. So today you work, if you think, just now we said, if you are near to problem, you are self-initiative person, and you have ambition, you envision your future in 5 years or 10 years, start your journey today, prepare yourself today, and build your asset and be future ready as a theory Y person. Let your boss see you as a theory Y person. Believe me, you will not regret this knowledge. So I see that one question there, Hida. So the question is, what is your thought on career changing possibility when you decide to pursue postgraduate study? Is career changing important in our career progression? When do we know it is a time to change our career? Wow, this is a very, very good question, and it's very relevant, and I like this question because I've gone through this thought-provoking. I'll share with you my own experience, okay? So when I completed my degree, I started my career as technician, engineer, senior engineer, and then I become head of engineering. That I have under me that few engineer and few technical assistant developing the machine all, and to we call automatic test equipment, So we do this manufacturing. So they will manufacture this telecommunication board, and then we need to perform a test to verify the test and develop this machine. So I manage these people.
So when I was doing this, that is the time that I need to decide whether I should do Master Engineering or Master of Management. So relevant to your question just now, I need to decide which career I want to go, whether I should go on the technical path, specialist path, or consultant path, be in my field, or another path, I should go on managerial skill, managing people, okay, and professional, just to be until the highest level in managerial part. And I already holding a managerial post at that time. I'm managing, low-end people, high-end people. So from the operator that producing the board until the senior engineer, all are under me that time. So that is the career that I need to decide whether I should do Master Engineering or Master of Management. That time, if I want to do Master Engineering, it's available at UTM and full-time study. Very rare that time at part-time study. And I look at my condition. I have a family. My wife is working at that time. My children are still very small. They are growing up. So I need to look at financial situation. I need to look at my working environment. I cannot resign to go for full-time study. And then I need to look at the system, the education that meet my requirement. And then what I want to be in 5 years or 10 years time. So then I told myself, at that time I was head of engineering, I said I want to be manager. So once I decide I want to be manager, it was very easy to decide. So what I did, I pursue MBA. So I say I want to do MBA, then the choice is, where should I do my MBA at that time? So I was at Northern Region working in Kulim, Kedah. So if I want to do UUM, I need to go to Alostar, that is around 2 hours journey, and the class is always on weekend. If I want to do MBA at USM, the class is on weekdays and night classes. So I have weekend full of activity. I want to support my family so that, anything happen, then I want to be near to my family on weekend. So what I do, I said, okay, it was very easy for me to choose between MBA at USM or MBA at the UUM. So I decided to do at USM at that time. So once I completed, then I realized I was engineering. Then I moved to customer service, because with my managerial skill, I moved to customer service and I want to be a trainer. So I start training people on equipment. We sell this multiplexer, we call the technology. I don't want to bore you with all this jargon. Those days they call PDH, SDH, all this WDM equipment. Okay, digital exchange, telecommunication that we supply to telecommunication company. So I used to conduct training, and then I see it with my MBA. How do I couple that my MBA with my engineering? It's a hybrid. Okay, so I saw that, wow, not many people that have telecommunication degree at that time with MBA. So I see my career just move on, and I go and meet customer. I tell you, last time, if I only have engineering degree, it cannot help me to understand customer in other perspective. I only understand them in terms of technical. My mind last time is narrow-minded. All the decision made based on technical decision. All my staff under me also think in terms of technical decision. But when I complete my MBA, the first thing that I learned until today I keep in my mind is, when we work, we must understand customer needs and want. So at Graduate Center, I try to understand learners' needs and want, our staff needs and want, our internal staff needs and want. So when I understand this, what is my other supporting department needs and want, what is my current staff, our staff at Graduate Center needs and want? What is our learning center, that at 35 learning center, their needs and want? And the most paramount is you, our future learner. What is your needs and wants? When I understand that, it is so easy for me to perform my job. That was my first career change, moving into management. Then I further study. After that, I didn't look back. I continued to do my doctorate. At that time, I said, I want to have one path as a trainer, as a consultant, as an academician, or continue to be in the organization and pursue my consultant specialist in management in telecommunication industry. But I was lucky enough, to answer your question, I was lucky enough while I was working in Cyberjaya in telecommunication company, I get a very good offer that is very difficult for me to deny, to resist, and I moved to academic line without having a pay cut. In fact, I got a very high pay with my current job at that time, moved to academic with very good salary and benefit. So the rest is history. I'm in academic. I changed my career now. I hope I answered this question. Look at yourself, what you want to be in 5 years, in 10 years. Whether you want to go the technical line, then you pursue technical degree or specialist degree. If you want to go to entrepreneur or management, pursue management and that degree. Okay? I hope I answer your question.
Thank you, Dr. Shishi, for a lively and informative session. And thank you again to all of you who joined us today. We have now come to the end of our coffee talk session today. Don't forget to join us again for another coffee talk series at 2:30 p.m. This evening. If you need more details, do contact us via our Facebook, official Facebook, and our website. Thank you. Selamat berbuka puasa.
Bagaimana membahagikan masa untuk kerjaya, keluarga dan pembelajaran? Apa yang anda perlukan adalah fleksibiliti. Pembelajaran menjadi mudah apabila semuanya berada di hujung jari. Jadualkan pembelajaran anda pada bila-bila masa di mana sahaja. Alami pembelajaran fleksibel di Open University Malaysia. Tidak perlu pergi jauh, belajar dari rumah sahaja tentunya memberi nilai yang baik kepada wang anda. Bimbang dengan pengiktirafan program anda? Program kami diakreditasi MQA serta diiktiraf JPA dan badan profesional. Sekiranya anda tidak memenuhi syarat kemasukan, anda boleh menggunakan pengalaman untuk mendaftar. Jimat wang dan tenaga apabila anda boleh kurangkan tempoh pengajian melalui anugerah kredit apel. Nikmati ganjaran menarik sekiranya anda mendaftar awal. Diskaun hebat menanti anda. Daftar dalam talian sekarang di oum.edu.my.